Igbo Area TV on the Igbo.
Good evening, my people. You're watching Igbo Area TV, the home of truth and voice for the East. Let's go straight to today's top stories. Group accuses Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu of inciting unrest in Abia. A civic group in Abia State has cautioned the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, over comments they described as politically provocative. According to Daily Post Nigeria, the group said Kalu's public statement about the Abia State government could create unnecessary divisions and tension among citizens. They advised him to focus on his national duties instead of local political battles. They further warned that peace in Abia State is fragile and politicians must be careful not to inflame issues that could lead to unrest. Benjamin Kalu has been a strong voice at the federal level and is often vocal on political matters in Abia. Recently, his comments on governance in the state have stirred debate on social media, with some seeing him as a unifying figure and others accusing him of playing politics ahead of the next election. In Enugu Governor Peter Mba explains why he left PDP for APC. Governor Peter Mba of Enugu has finally broken his silence on why he dumped the People's Democratic Party PDP for the All Progressive Congress APC. In his interview published by Daily Post Nigeria, Mba said his defection was guided by national interest and development opportunities. He claimed that his move would help align Enugu State with the ruling party at the center and attract more federal support and projects. Mba also described the PDP as a party that lost direction and coordination, saying it was time to join a platform that could deliver results for his people. This defection came after months of speculation about his political future. Many political watchers believe it's part of a wider wave of alignments as politicians prepare for the 2027 general elections. Critics, however, argue that such moves weaken political ideology in Nigeria.
For decades, the Southeast, especially Enugu, has stood firmly behind the PDP, showing loyalty and party's success. Yet, despite this history, our voices were too often disregarded when it mattered most. It has therefore become necessary to seek affiliation where our interests as a region are represented in the form of fair partnership. Together, we share a vision and a conviction that transformation must be bold and disruptive. That roads, railways, airlines must stretch out of the heart of the Southeast. Its security, its promise, its schools, its hospitals, its markets must be reinforced.
And now to Imo State. Chike Okafor accuses oil companies in Imo of neglecting host communities. In Imo State, the federal lawmaker, Honorable Chike Okafor, has taken a strong stand against oil operating companies in the state. Okafor accused them of neglecting local communities and refusing to employ qualified indigents. Speaking during a constituency event, he said it was unacceptable that despite drilling and profits in Imo lands, the companies continue to import workers from outside the state while Imo youths remain unemployed. He called on the oil firms to respect local content laws and include Imo people in their employment and development plans. Imo State is one of the oil-producing states in Niger Delta, yet poverty and unemployment remain high. Youths often complain that they see the wealth of their land but don't benefit from it. Okafor's statement has now reignited debates on fair treatment for host community. He also praised Governor Hope Uzodinma for improving state infrastructure, saying government must create an environment where investors and communities can work in harmony. And now let's go to Anambra. Anambra election will be Amupitan's first major test, says Samson Itodo. Election monitoring organization Yaga Africa has said the upcoming Anambra 2025 governorship election will be a major test for the new INEC National Commissioner for Southeast, Mr. Amupitan. According to Yaga's executive director, Samson Itodo, the election will determine how much progress INEC has made in restoring public confidence. He noted that Anambra's political environment is often tense, and INEC must prove its readiness to handle logistics, transparency, and technology without bias. Past elections in Anambra have seen cases of voters' intimidation, late arrival of materials, and disputes over results. This time, citizens and observers expect better performance. Itodo emphasized that credible elections in Southeast will strengthen democracy across Nigeria. Now let's go to our anchor's commentary reaction section. Let's talk honestly about what all these stories mean for our region. In Abia State, the Deputy Speaker must understand that leadership goes beyond titles. When words from the number 2 man in the House of Reps begin to shake local peace, it becomes dangerous. We cannot afford division in Abia right now. The people need peace, jobs, and development, not more political tension. In Enugu, Governor Mba's move from PDP to APC is not surprising. Nigerian politics has become like a game of musical chairs, everyone jumping where the music seems loudest. But let's be honest, our people are tired of this pattern. We need leaders who stay true to principles, not just political survival. In Imo State, what Chiko Kafo said is very important. Oil companies have used the Niger Delta for decades and left the people poor. If the federal government truly believes in justice, it must make these companies employ locals and invest in human development. Otherwise, we will keep producing wealth and dying in poverty. And finally, in Anambra, all eyes are on INEC. Mr. Amupitan must understand that this election is not just about one state. It's a chance to rebuild trust in Nigeria's democracy. If INEC can run a free and fair election in Anambra, it will send a strong message to the whole country that the people's vote still matters. Across all these stories, the truth stands out. Igbo land need leaders who speak with wisdom, act with integrity, and put people above politics. You have been watching Igbo Area TV, where we tell our own stories with courage and truth. From Abia to Enugu, Imo to Anambra to Ebonyi, and all Igbo-speaking areas in Nigeria. Our message remains clear. All Igbo must rise with unity, peace, and purpose. Please don't forget to subscribe to Igbo Area TV, like this video, and share it with your friends and family, because awareness is the first step to change. I am Azuka Oji. I say bye-bye for now.
Thanks for watching Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also click the bell icon. Like our Facebook page. Join our Facebook group. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Bye for now.